What if one of the prayers you pray most often is actually revealing something dangerous in your heart? We're taught that prayer is simply talking to God, so we bring Him everything: our fears, frustrations, dreams, and desires. But here's the part we don't always think about. A prayer can sound spiritual while secretly coming from anger, jealousy, pride, fear, or revenge. Today, we're uncovering 7 prayers you should never pray. And number 7 is different. You may never actually say it out loud, yet your lifestyle can quietly say it for you. Let's start. Number 1. God, punish them for what they did to me. Someone betrayed you, lied about you, rejected you, embarrassed you. Maybe they treated you unfairly. And deep down you think, God, make them suffer. But Jesus said in Matthew 5 verse 44, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Jesus didn't say your pain wasn't real. He showed you what to do with it. Instead of, God, destroy them, pray, God, deal with this situation and change both of our hearts. Justice belongs to God. Revenge doesn't belong in your hands. When you release someone into God's hands, you're not saying what they did was okay. You're saying, God, I trust you more than I trust my anger. And that brings us to number 2. God, give me what they have. This one can sound harmless. You see their house, their relationship, their money, their career, their appearance, their opportunities. And quietly you think, God, I want what they have. But sometimes that isn't ambition. It's jealousy. Exodus 20 verse 17 says, you shall not covet. Coveting means looking at someone else's life and becoming unhappy because you want what belongs to them. So instead of praying, God, give me their life, pray, God, help me become the person you created me to be. Their journey isn't your journey. Their timing isn't your timing. And their blessing doesn't mean God has forgotten you. Number 3, God, let me never experience suffering. This one might shock you. Nobody likes pain. Nobody wakes up thinking, I hope something difficult happens today. So we naturally pray, God, keep every problem away from me. But what if some difficult seasons are teaching you something comfort never could? James 1 verses 2 to 3 teaches that trials can produce perseverance and spiritual growth. That doesn't mean you should ask God to make your life miserable. It means you shouldn't automatically assume that a difficult season means God has abandoned you. Sometimes the storm strengthens your faith. Sometimes the mountain teaches you how to pray. Sometimes the closed door protects you from something you cannot see. So pray, God, give me strength when suffering comes, and help me learn what you want to teach me. Now, number 4 gets even deeper. God, prove yourself to me. Have you ever said, God, if you're really there, give me a sign? Maybe you wanted something dramatic to happen before you would believe. But there's a difference between asking God for guidance and demanding that God prove himself on your terms. Even Jesus was tempted in the wilderness to test God, and he refused. Faith doesn't mean God has to perform a miracle every time you become uncertain. Sometimes faith means trusting him when you cannot see the whole picture. Ask for wisdom, ask for direction, ask for confirmation. But be careful when prayer becomes a challenge. God, do this exact thing, or I won't believe you. God isn't our servant. We are his children. Number 5, God, make me successful so everyone will admire me. This sounds ambitious, but ask yourself one uncomfortable question. Why do I actually want success? Do you want to use what God gives you to serve people? Or do you want everyone to look at you and say, wow, there's nothing wrong with goals. There's nothing wrong with wanting to succeed. The danger begins when your identity depends on applause. Jesus warned against doing things simply to be seen by others. So if God gives you influence, let it become a platform for service, not pride. Instead of, God, make everyone admire me, pray, God, make me useful. Give me success if it helps me serve your purpose. And give me humility if you give me influence. Because being noticed by people is temporary. Being faithful to God is eternal. And now we reach number 6. God, give me whatever I want. This may be one of the most common prayers people pray. God, I want this relationship. I want this job. I want this money. I want this opportunity. Please give it to me. But remember this, God is not a vending machine. You don't insert a prayer and automatically receive whatever you selected. Sometimes God says yes. Sometimes he says no. Sometimes he says wait. And sometimes his answer is completely different from what you expected. Look at Jesus in Gethsemane. He asked the Father if the suffering ahead could be taken away, but then he surrendered. Not my will, but yours be done. That is one of the most powerful prayers you can pray. God, I have desires, but I trust your wisdom more than my desires. Because sometimes the thing you desperately want is the very thing God knows you don't need. And now, number 7. God, I don't need you anymore. Maybe you would never say those words, but sometimes your life says them for you. You pray desperately when you need a job, then stop thanking God when you get it. You ask him for protection, then become too busy to pray. You ask him to open a door, then forget who opened it. This is what makes number 7 so dangerous. It may never leave your mouth, can be spoken through your lifestyle. When blessings make you forget the one who blessed you, something has gone wrong. Never let answered prayers become the reason you stop praying. Never let the blessing replace the blesser. So what should you pray instead? Pray for a heart that trusts God. Pray for wisdom. Pray for strength. Pray for forgiveness. Pray for protection from temptation. Pray for the ability to forgive people who hurt you. Pray for courage to obey God when obedience is difficult. And above all, pray, God, let your will be done in my life. Because prayer isn't about forcing God to give us everything we want. Prayer is about allowing God to shape what we want. Think about that. The goal of prayer isn't simply to change your circumstances. Sometimes God uses prayer to change you. The angry person learns forgiveness. The jealous person learns gratitude. The fearful person learns trust. The proud person learns humility. And the confused person learns surrender. So before your next prayer, pause. Ask yourself, is this coming from faith or fear? Is it coming from love or anger? Am I asking God to bless his purpose, or am I asking him to bless my selfish desires? You don't need perfect words when you pray. God already knows your heart, but you can bring him an honest heart and allow him to transform it. God isn't looking for fancy prayers. He's looking for a surrendered heart, and sometimes the most powerful prayer you can pray is only 6 words. God, not my will, but yours. So before you scroll away, ask yourself one final question. What is one thing you need to surrender to God today? And if this message helped you see prayer differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it.